This morning, and the first thing I couldn't believe I had this big river behind the house back here. Of course, I had the contention back 8 or 9 months ago when I met with the county engineer, and the coastal tech was a consulting firm. They had to do all this information on the beach. They gave me all this information that everything was fine, that was supposed to be like this. But I have a picture that in '04 prior to Ivan that showed this beach being flat out here. So pictures are worth 1,000 words there. So I know this is incorrect, and now I got the proof here to prove it. That's what I told them was going to happen, and it actually has. Here. Look over here to the west over here. You can notice the county on the public easement here. They know how to fix it right. They know how the way it should have been done. You don't notice the ditch right there, because if they had done that, you would have had to have the public wade through the water right here to get to the boardwalk. So I feel like the homeowners here have been treated very unfairly. I mean, nobody right now can access their property to go to the beach without wading through neck-deep water here. It's not right. This is the way it should have been done. We're standing on the way it should have been done. And every one of these lots right here, my lot should have been, after the restoration, should have looked just like this right here. There's no reason for it to be like that. Now, if I owned it, I wouldn't be here talking to you today. If I had the deed to it in my pocket, that'd be Mr. Randy Spain's problem. Yeah. My contention is, this is leased land. Actually, my property line runs about halfway up the dune here. And so this is leased land, and the big question in the state of Florida is, if you lease a piece of property from a county, it's their responsibility to maintain the property. That's the way it is in the real world. If you're a businessman, you have a land lease on a piece of property, it's the person that owns the property's responsibility to keep the land up and everything. My question is, does the government have that same responsibility? I don't have a deed to this property. So pretty well, my hands are tied on what I can do. I would certainly think that if they own it, that they ought to maintain it responsibly. And the main thing we've got here right now is a liability problem. If you have a small kid or something that happens to get away, you got a potential drowning that's going to take place here. Not to mention mosquitoes. This is a breeding ground for mosquitoes right now, and it will be like this for the next week or so before it drains. Somewhere along the line, somebody made a mistake here. And like I said, I'm not an engineer, but there ought to be somebody that can get to the bottom of this to find out what went wrong.